Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good day, everyone, and you are welcome to the class of today. And our topic will be 10 facts you don't know about Alif. Well, I'm sure every one of us know the letter Alif. That Alif is the first letter in the Arabic alphabet. But I'm going to give you some other facts that you don't know about it. Number one, Alif is also Hamza. The first fact I'm going to be giving you guys here is that Alif and Hamza are one. That's why when we are reading the Arabic alphabet, some scholars said the Arabic alphabet are 30 in number, while some said Arabic alphabet are 28 in numbers. Those that said Arabic alphabet are 30, that's with the addition of Hamza and Lam Alif. While those that said Arabic alphabet are 28, that's with the addition of subtraction of Lam Alif and Hamza. So, and the most common one in these numbers of the letters in Arabic alphabet is that the Arabic alphabet consists of just 28 letters with the omission of Lam Alif and Hamza. So that's the first fact I have for you. Fact number 2, since we said Alif and Hamza are one. Yes, Alif acts as a predicate. That's why we have Hamzatul Istifhamiyya. Hamzatul Istifhamiyya, this is an Hamza that is used to ask questions. It's used to ask questions from people or lots of people. And it's also used to ask about something also. Hamzatul Istifhamiyya is categorized among nouns. You see it among nouns. Those nouns are called asmaul istifhamiyya, but the hamza there is not a noun, it's not an ism, it's an harf, it's a predicate. That alif there, which is the hamza, is a predicate, but it is categorized among ism. And a very good example of that is if I say Anta Muhammadu, are you Muhammad? This Hamza is called Hamzatul Istifhamiyya. So that Hamza there is the predicate I'm talking about. That Hamza is used to ask questions. It's categorized among nouns, but is a predicate. Antum, the first Hamza is for question, but this one is a noun. Anta. Fact number 3, we have Hamzatul Wasli and Hamzatul Qata. That's 3 and 4. For Hamzatul Wasli, it means Hamza of combination. Wherever you see that alif, you have to combine what comes before it together with what comes after it. That Hamza, the sukun on that Hamza says Sil ma qabli bima ba'di watrukni wadi. That means you should put together what comes before me with what comes after me and just leave me alone without calling me. But we will have to put it down in written, but we won't put it out in oral. But sometimes if we have to start from that alif, from that Hamzatul Wasli, then we must call it. But if you have been coming with another sentence or another word before it, then we must not call it. We must join that word with the word that comes after it together. An example of this, if I say Al-Mu'minu, Al-Mu'minu, this alif here is known as Hamzatul Wasl. So because we are starting from this here, this Hamzatul Wasl is our starting point, so it's compulsory for us to pronounce it. al-mu'minu. We have pronounced it. But if I put wa will be our starting point. And this hamza will now say silma qabl bima ba'di. Put what comes before me with what comes after me. It's just like removing this hamza. Then we say wal mu'minu. No need to say wa al mu'minu. Wa al mu'minu. That's wrong. We just say wal mu'minu. With the omission of this hamza in our pronunciation, but we must not omit it in our writing. That's number 3. Number 4, we have hamzatul qata, hamza of separation, the exact opposite of what we have just learnt now of hamzatul wasli. Hamzatul wasl, hamza of combination, hamzatul qata, hamza of separation. So this hamza, no matter what comes before it and no matter what comes after it, you must separate them and you must call this hamza. It must be written down and it must be pronounced. So it's called hamzatul qata. A'imma. This hamza here is hamzatul qata. So we must pronounce this hamza no matter what, even if another thing comes before it. Now wa is our starting point. We won't say wa imma with omitting of this like the hamzatul wasl. No, that's not done. This is hamzatul qata. We have to pronounce it no matter what. Wa imma, wa imma. So that's hamzatul qata. It must be separated. It must be called. It must be called and pronounced wherever it is found. So those two, hamzatul wasl and hamzatul qata, they are found in nouns, in asma. Those are hamza in nouns. That means hamza as a predicate. We also have hamza that can be found in nouns. Those are the two that we have just treated now. And we have the remaining ones, hamza in verbs. Fact number 5, hamza can be found in verbs. So that's our 5th fact here. Our 6th one will be one of the hamza that can be found in verbs, and that's called hamzatul ta'diyya. Hamzatul ta'diyya, that transitive hamza. It's the transitive hamza. This hamzatul ta'diyya is applied to verbs only. If this hamza is found in verbs, this is what it does. A verb that does not need an object, this hamza will give the verb an object. This hamza, if applied to a verb, it will make sure that verb must have an object. And if a verb has only one object, if this hamza is applied, that verb must be given 2 objects. If a verb has 2 in its initial state, if this hamza is applied, the verb must be given 3 objects. So that's called the transitive hamza, hamzatul ta'diyya. A good example of this, ordinarily, if I say fa'ala, let me use daraba. If I say daraba, that means he beats. So daraba must be given an object in the normal form. The person that beats must have beaten something. So that something that was beaten is the object. So darabal kalba, he beat the dog. That means this dog is the object now. The dog is the object. This is the verb and the subject. So if I put this hamzatul ta'diyya here, adroba. So adroba now, hamza to tandia will give the doroba another object. So this doroba, instead of having only one object, it must have two objects because of the application of hamza to ta'dija. Now I will now say adrobahu kalba. We will say he made him beat. He made him beat the dog. He here will be the subject. The him here will be our first object. The dog will be our second object. But normally, without putting the hamza to ta'diyya, this him here is the one that beat the dog. So this him normally is supposed to be the subject. But because of this hamza to ta'diyya, it is going to be the first object and the dog will be the second object. Let me give you a better one. If I say come, he stood up. For somebody to stand up, we only need the subject and the verb. There is no need of an object. Standing up doesn't need an object. So it's called, this kind of verb that doesn't need objects are called fi'l lazim in Arabic language. And the one that needs objects are called fi'l muta'addi. So that's why the Arabic has come from the word muta'addi, ta'adda, giving something an object. So that Arabic, that hamza to ta'diyya will give this an object. Apply the hamza to ta'diyya, aqama. Now we need to put an object. Aqamahu. Formerly it was qama, he stood up. But now aqamahu, he made him stand. This he now is now the subject object. Formerly, this verb is not having an object, but with the application of hamza to ta'diyya, this verb must be given an object. 8. We have alifun musharaka. Alifun musharaka is known as participative alif. Participative. Formerly we have transitive hamza, but now we have the participative one. This if applied to a normal verb which means for someone, a single person, to do something. If I add this alif, that will mean two people are participating together in doing that thing. Let me give you a good example. If I say doroba, he beat. Now let me put the participative alif, which is just like this. I'm going to put it here. Doroba. So this participative alif here, doroba. Now the meaning will be they are both beating. Formerly, doroba means he beat. Doroba, they are both beating. They are both participating in the act of beating. That's why the alif is called alif of participation. Now if I say kotala, he killed. Now let me put the alif of participation. I'll say qatala. Both were killing. Two people are killing themselves. Is that possible? We both, two of us are fighting and we are both killing ourselves. Is that possible? So qatala now will mean both of them were fighting instead of killing. It's not possible for two people to be killing themselves, so we have to use fighting. That's why in the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said we make to an uko tilanes uko, that cough must have this halif mushawaka uko tila. Uko tila, this is the alif mushawaka. So uqatila now, we can say that hadith that I was commanded to fight with people, to argue with people, not to kill people. So this halif musharaka has changed the meaning of killing to fighting. The next one is alif al-ithnain. Alif al-ithnain is just like alif musharaka. It's also used for two people, two persons doing the same thing together. So alif al-ithnain is added at the last end of the verb. If I say daraba, he beat, as we have already known. So if I to add alif al-ithnain, add this daraba, two of them beat. So that's just it. Alif al-ithnain used for two people. Easy as that. The last but not the least, we have the alif that says me. Alif that is known as me. That's the alif that's added in fi'l mudari'. We have anaitu. Anaitu. These four letters, alif, nun, ya, and ta, are added to fi'l mudi to indicate that these verbs are fi'l mudari'. So this anaitu, the hamza there, let me give you anaitu. This nun says we, ya says he, ta says she or you. So this hamza now says I. So this hamza here is added to fi'l mudi to indicate fi'l mudari. Now this hamza is what we want to talk about now. If I say dhahaba, this is a past tense verb. Dhahaba, he went. Now I want to say he is going or he will go. Present tense and future tense. This is a past tense, is he went. Now I want to change this past tense to a present or future tense. He is going or he will go. I'll say yadhab. This ya is the ya from the anaitu, and I told you the ya is for e. So that's, this will mean he is going. Yadhab. Now this is the present tense or the future tense. Now the alif we are talking about, adhabu. This adhabu now means I'm going. or I will go, or I am going. Now this Hamza here is called is the Hamza of Mudorian. So that Hamza will let you know that the person talking is the first person singular, whether male or female. It is added to a past tense form of verb to make it present continuous, and future tense. So that will be all for our class today. I hope you enjoyed all the 10 facts I've given you about Alif. So stay tuned till our next video. The next video, I'm going to give you the differences between Hamzatul Ta'diyya and this Alif here, and also the difference between Aliful Musharaka and Aliful Ithnain. I think they are quite they are quite they have quite a bit of resemblance. So on our next video, I'm going to give you the differences between them. So till then, stay tuned. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel over there, and share our video to people around you. Thanks.